The biggest spiritual lesson I ever had from a Disney Pixar Monsters Incorporated. It is 2001 film and I watched it I guess last year or this year. It was don't exactly remember when I watched it, but it's just there in my mind and it has given me and it has a whole lot of profound wisdom to it. Sometimes I really think that animated movies, kids movies, they are really profound. Okay, some of them, and some of them kind of not good even, like children may tend to pick up negative subconscious beliefs from certain things that they watch. But some movies are like gorgeous. They are so beautiful in their own ways. Even adults can learn so much from them. So, and by the way, there's many Pixar movies are amazing. Okay, I have seen a few and wow, they're really amazing. Pixar is definitely, one should definitely go for Pixar. It has got a whole lot of life lessons to it, profound wisdom to it. So before we start on with the Monsters Incorporated movie, I mean the analysis, of course I should give you a background to it, so that you also get an idea of what I'm trying to talk here. So the movie has a very complimentary plot twist to it. Okay, so the villain in the starting becomes the hero at the last. Okay, so there is this monster world out there, ठीक है. एक मॉन्स्टर वर्ल्ड है, ठीक है, और उसमें सारे मॉन्स्टर्स रहते हैं. ओके, एंड you can call them ghosts or stuff like that. And they have kind of a factory in there, ठीक है. For example, how humans have spaces, where they kind of generate electricity, through hydroelectricity are they generating, or solar electricity they are generating. So these monsters also have a factory where they generate energy. Okay, and so as to supply the energy to the whole town, so that their world is lit up with lights and stuff like that. So how do they do that? How do they generate energy? They generate energy by the use of children's scream. Okay, so what do? They have a factory. In a factory, they have a lot of doors. We can also call them portals. So through those portals, they go through children's bedroom. Okay, so humanity's kids are a target. So very small kids. Okay, so they go to these children's bedroom, scare them, and their scream is collected in a machine. Okay, kind of, and then they come back into the demon world through that portal itself. So it's just a 2-minute thing or stuff like that. And it's very interesting. So basically they're trying to show that how the lower conscious spirits can feed on your fear. Okay, and that's exactly how things are happening. Okay, they kind of feed on your fear. Okay, so so here also in the movie the same thing is happening. So trying to show that how fear is a very low frequency, you know and fear is a very low frequency. And when you are in your lower frequency, then all kinds of lower consciousness people, spirits, you know spirits who are not even visible to our eyes, they come to you. You attract them. It's easy because they are basically small minded. Okay, evil is not something to be scared of. Evil is something is very dumb basically. Okay, now why am I saying it dumb? Why am I calling it dumb? Because there is a plot twist in the movie and you will also know it. So what happens, it is a beautiful story, yaar. Whoever has written, it's a beautiful story. Of course, Disney. I mean, Disney has really improved. Okay, whatever. So why am I saying evil is dumb? Because what happens is that um, so somehow the hero monster, okay, of the story. So hero monster of the story, on one strange night he enters into a portal by mistake, and a kid, you know a baby girl comes with him, okay? So by mistake, she sticks to him, okay? And of course, he didn't go there to scare her or something. He just accidentally happened to be there. So the girl was very small, and he laughed at his appearance and everything. And it was strange. And somehow she stick to that monster, and she came across the portal into the demon's world. Now what happens is the demon world में एक rumor है, ओके एक प्रोग्रामिंग है, जैसे हमारे ह्यूमैनिटी में एक फॉल्स प्रोग्रामिंग है ना, हमें भी तो प्रोग्राम किया जाता है टू फियर द गोस्ट, ओके. वाई वुड यू फियर समथिंग दैट इज़ ऑफ लो कॉन्शियसनेस, ठीक है? जो लो कॉन्शियसनेस में है उससे आप डरोगे ही क्यों? उसकी कोई पावर नहीं है आपके ऊपर, ओके. Until unless you are in higher consciousness, those lower spirits cannot really affect you. I mean, until you have a karmic connection. Sorry to release the truth, but yeah. And still it can also, I mean, your life force will figure out, okay? When you engage with your calming relations, it's fine. It will just figure out, okay? There's nothing to be, how we are always programmed to fear. Society has programmed us to fear because we think fear protects us. Fear doesn't protect us. It just makes it more difficult, okay, for us to navigate through life. It's only in the calmness, it's only in the present moment that you get the solutions, never anywhere, okay. And it has been a tough lesson for me. I was a person, I had anxiety. Okay, I had thyroid, so I think anxiety comes with it. It's like ek ke saath ek free. So I had anxiety stuff. I'm still trying to heal myself through all of those things. So I have to really program myself, that fear is not helpful and I have to get out of it. So I sometimes kind of think, of situations where, things are not going in my favor or stuff like that. And sometimes really think, how negative things go. Because that's how society has programmed us. It has always programmed us to be in a surviving mode. Okay, to like fear protects us. Okay, that's how we are taught. Okay, so yeah, I'm still working through that. I'm still working through that. Had some really hard life lessons where I saw that I was stressing so much about things, and yet it turned out to be completely how God wanted in my life, or how my how nature wanted in my life. So when you really closely observe, sometimes that also really helps. So yeah, I mean, still working on that though. Okay. So where were we? Oh, where were we? Where were we? I really had to stop, watch my video again to remind myself where was I. So I had so many. Sometimes I just have so many ideas in my head. I don't know how to really put it, and I just sometimes really try to perfect. Just I just don't want to miss any point. And okay. So yeah, I was aware that there was a rumor, around in the monster world. Okay. So जैसे उनको भी प्रोग्राम किया गया था, जैसे हमें प्रोग्राम किया जाता है, to think that fear protects us. ऐसे ही monster world को भी monsters को प्रोग्राम किया गया था. So monsters को क्या प्रोग्राम किया था? So they were programmed that they need to be scared of humans. If humans stick to them or something or this happened, or if they are, if they come into their world, if they come into their world through the portal or something like that, then they will cause disease, then they will, then you might die, you might go into infection. So there was a rumor, and no one knows where this rumor came from or who was the agency who was doing this, but there was just a rumor, and that's exactly how Matrix works. You will never know that one person people who are out there, who are feeding on your fears, who are feeding on your insecurities, especially beauty industry, for women, they are so much feeding on your insecurities, they are so much feeding on your fears. You should have nose like that, you should have ears like that, I don't know. I think they have not come to ears yet. They'll be like, they're too out, you should get them inside. I don't know what's wrong with them. So they are trying to feed on your insecurities in every which way. You know, they are trying to make you so much identify with your body, and like, of course we need to respect our body, we need to eat healthy and stuff like that, but we don't need to change it. Spirituality is always about accepting, okay? And never, I know it hurts at times, because we are also very much programmed, of seeing, they have also programmed us to see your beauty in certain ways, and sometimes we are the victim of how people see us and stuff like that. But just always think that they are blind, they have eyes open but they are blind. That's what I do. Like, yeah, exactly, that's how I do. If if some if some kind of a, why, I don't know, some face cream tries to tell you that, it's just applying that you're gonna get whiter or something like that, or whatever, just, or you're gonna have everything solved, around your body or stuff like that, you can lose your weight or stuff like that. Just always tell yourself that these people are blind and they need eye surgeries, and it's not you who need to change your body, it's not you who need to change your appearance, for sure. They can't look at you, people who don't have love in their hearts, they can really look at your beauty. And who cannot look at your beauty, you should also think that they don't have eyes yet. Okay. I don't know. So yeah, where were we? It was a rumor around in the monster world. Yeah, जैसे हमें प्रोग्राम किया जाता है, ऐसे उन्हें भी प्रोग्राम किया जाता है. So people who are really scared. This is also again an observation. People who are really scared will only scare other people. People who live in fear will only fear other people. So these monsters, and so one more thing. Really, there is this 1% of people on our planet Earth right now who are really controlling the masses. Okay, and it is just no theory. Is it just no theory? It is a fact, I'm telling you. Okay, and because I'll tell you why. Okay, let's just make sure that, okay, I watch geopolitics a lot. Okay, not a lot, but yeah, I kind of had an interest lately, especially last year, because of all the wars that were happening. And it's sometimes crazy to listen to these geopolitics because a whole lot of things are changing around in the world. So one of the geopolitics, it's from India, and he had a kind of a very good analysis of the situation. So what he said that, um, if you see certain nations, what do? There is a breakage of 1%, 9%, and 90%. Okay, what is this breakage about? So the 1% of the population, you know, uh, they will pick up 9% from the rest of the population. Okay, train them to become terrorists. Using religion, using something or the other. They will literally give them subconscious training, very because a child's mind is going to pick up too fast anything. You give in hatred, it's going to pick up. You give in whatever you're going to give it, it's going to pick up. So they are literally trained since since their childhood. So they're literally trained that way. And later, when they are sent to other nations to commit heinous crimes against them, then they are literally drugged, so that they do not even think twice before committing serious crimes, heinous crimes. They don't even think twice, they are drugged, when they are really sent into action. And before that, they're completely programmed every day, to harbor that hatred, in them. So, and what happens at the last? The whole population suffers, the innocence also in the population suffers. And of course, the population where they have committed crime will also suffer. Alright, and this 1% is never visible. No, they are living abroad, right? They have normal families, normal, their children are studying abroad, and they're doing good with their lives. They are in luxurious homes and stuff like that. And from there, they will always harbor hatred that you are poor because of that nation or because of that religion. That's what they do. And you will find that everything works like that in our in our world right now on the planet. Okay, so some, there are certain power consumers, they want power. Okay, and of course they are stupid to think that wealth is going to give them power, you know and they feed on your fears. They need you, they need your fears, they need your panic, they need your insecurities. Okay, they need your hatred on which they can feed, basically. Okay, so uh, it is us who attract God and demon. It is us. It is basically, it is completely us. It has nothing to do with the outside reality. Okay, the you know when we change, when we shift our energies, um, the people surrounding us, the environment surrounding us also changes. Okay, we have to do away with some of our karmas, karmic relations, and it will just all wipe out, wash out. So yeah, that's exactly how things work. Okay. Yeah, so spirituality is all about that. Religion may teach you anything, but spirituality always teaches you. It's you. You are the god of your life. You are the creator of your own life. Maybe subconsciously, unconsciously, right now you're creating your life. The more conscious you become, the more you wash away with your layers, that are unnecessary to yourself. The more you come into the light. So exactly uh, that was here. So yeah, I was just trying to explain how Maya or Matrix works really, in the demon's world in the movie and in the real world in the human world. Actually, how it's worked. So I just hope I made that point quite clear. Okay. So yeah, and before that we had an umbrella topic I was discussing, that was evil is not something to be afraid of. It is dumb. Now, why am I saying it is dumb? Because the movie had an amazing plot twist. Now, what twist did it had? So, the girl, I told you in the story what happened. So one of the baby girl just comes with this monster accidentally. Okay, and this hero monster, he was hero. You know why? Because he used to scare children the most. The most of the energy that was collected in the factory was because of him, because he was an amazing monster that could really collect huge amount of energy, because he scared the children most. Nobody, no one, no else monster could scare children like him. So he was a hero monster, okay, in the monster world. But accidentally he just got in touch with a baby girl, and and she came with him, in the monster world through the portal. So now he was really scared. Okay, he was really scared because of how they were programmed. So there was also a child detecting agency. Okay, so child detecting agency भी थी एक मूवी के अंदर. तो वो क्या करती थी कि जो अगर कोई बच्चा गलती से आ गया, ह्यूमन किड गलती से आ गया, सो दे वुड pick that child up and might kill, or quarantine that place and might murder that child or so. So that's exactly how things were. Okay, and so he was quite really scared that he would also get the penalty. He might have to get arrested and he might have to be in the prison for so long, because he did a crime, which happened by mistake though. So he so what happens next is that that girl, I mean, of course he's a little scared, but that he takes her home. Okay, somehow he takes her home because he didn't want to be caught right now. That's exactly his main agenda. And when he takes her home, he kind of start to feel emotions for that baby. Okay, he kinds of develop a very fatherly energy, okay, towards that baby girl. And because she's sweet, she's very cute, and stuff like that. So he had a little change of heart now. Okay, like he had a little change of heart now, and and he saw that she is not really scary. I mean, there were false rumors, there were illusions around around being scared, for human child, and it is not so. And somehow the baby laughs, while just playing with her. She's in her own world. She's playing with the monster. She doesn't know where she has come into or anything like that. So she just laughs a lot. Okay, the baby girl just laughs a lot, and when she laughs, the whole, the lights of the home, they just light up. They light up. Okay, and it has never been like that lit ever before. ओके, तो आज तक कभी इतनी रोशनी उसने अपने घर में देखी नहीं. ओके, सॉरी अबाउट द वॉइस, डोंट माइंड. सो या, आई मीन उसने आज तक कभी इतनी रोशनी देखी नहीं. तो ही इज़ वेरी शॉक्ड, द लाफ he says that laughter is able to produce more energy, than the fear of the human child, rather than harboring on the fear of the child. He found that laughter is able to create more energy. Okay, that is why evil is dumb and nothing to be scared of. Lower conscious people, they will always make you fear, insecure, but so that exactly was a plot twist, that laughter, joy, happiness. And it is really said that when you, laugh or find excuse to be happy, in the most difficult situations, na, then really God smiles with you. Okay, your creator, he knows that, because you were really connected to your God internally. Okay, it's not something, how Wi-Fi's connect to our phones. You can never, there is no wire really you can never see, but they're always, Wi-Fi is always there. It's present. So Wi-Fi always knows, when the phone gets connected, and phone always shows a notification that the Wi-Fi has got connected. It's just like that. When you really find happiness, when you really find an excuse to be happy, in the most difficult of situation, then it is said that God smiles, for you and with you. Okay, he also rejoices. You give your energy to God, rather than you connect with your energy to God, to your creator, and how God is all ever giving. So he doesn't feed off your energy, he gives you more energy. And how lower consciousness is, how demons are, when you fear more, when you panic more, when you get into anxiety more, you might be really feeding off, you might be a food for lower conscious people, spirits, demons, ghosts, whatever you want to say. That's why there's always fear around ghosts. Okay, and there is always love and devotion around God. So yeah, I think it was a beautiful story, and I just loved the plot twist. How, nobody in the demon world could ever think that children's laughter could produce more. you know एग्जैक्टली ऐसे ही होता है. जो चोर होता है, एक बार चोरी करता है, एंड इट वर्क्स फॉर हिम. ओके, एंड नेक्स्ट टाइम ना, ही विल कीप डूइंग दैट. ईगो ऐसी होती है. ईगो वर्क्स इन द अनफेमिलियर, ईगो वर्क्स इन द फेमिलियर, इन द नोन. यू नो एक बार वर्क किया ना, वो वर्क करती रहेगी, वो वैसे ही पैटर्न फॉलो करेगी. अ थीफ विल नेवर नो. ओके, द जॉय, or the joy of really working hard and earning, he will never know it, right? I mean, um, I was reading Krishna by Deep Trivedi ji. He's also my guru in many ways. He helped me, made my feminine qualities very strong. So because I think he harbors more feminine energy to him. वैसे कहते हैं guru is the beyond these feminine and even masculine. I don't know. Khair, so Deepji was also, he wrote a book on Krishna. There are like 6 books, and one of the books he wrote, like, how Krishna attained enlightenment while he was fasting. I mean, I think, one day he didn't have food to eat. okay, and he just sat by a tree or something like that. And it is said that he had a major realization that day. And it is said that, the more you keep yourself, you do not give into your compulsions of food, okay, the more you kind of behave very sensibly around food, you let yourself starve a little, it's not like starve, it's starve a little or something like that, then you basically conserving your energy, you're storing your energy. And it gets easy for you to realize, especially if you are on a spiritual path, so less food is always recommended on a spiritual path. So maybe a thief will never, know what it's like to have an empty stomach, and, still find some gem in that empty stomach days also. Okay. So यही तो कर्मा होता है, you get into the pattern. One day it works for you, next day also it will work for you, and you will never know, how, you will never know what was on the other side. Okay, इसे ही हम pattern कहते हैं, इसे ही हम कर्मा कहते हैं. This is what is called as karma. You get into the pattern, you get into the cycles. One day you will, steal, next day also you'll steal, third day also you'll steal, fourth day also you'll steal, and because it is working for you, and you will never know the other side of it. You will never know the other side. Maybe something amazing was there on the other side. Maybe an empty stomach would have made you realize a spiritual truth, maybe, and you would have find some kind of, contentment or happiness, somewhere, even in your empty stomach. you know and I know sometimes I'm not somebody who, I come from a good family, I'm not somebody who has ever experienced an empty stomach ever in my life, and I know it is very much a bold statement to make, and very difficult really for somebody who is out there, for to do it. And I'm no somebody to really judge somebody or anything. That is not even my arena, it's not even my area. Okay, my area is only me, so there is no point judging somebody. But it's just an example I was trying to give. Okay, yeah, that's it. So yeah, do let me know if any video that or any movie that you see and you have learned from it, anything of that sort. Do let me know in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.